Quiet control reveal. Most people think control is loud, shouting, threats, power, asterisk, but the real control? It's quiet, sounds reasonable, it feels normal. And by the time you notice it, you're already doing what someone else wants. Asterisk. Why did I say yes? Moment, let me ask you something. Have you ever agreed to something and later thought, why did I say yes to that? Have you ever felt guilty, confused, or doubted yourself after a simple conversation? That wasn't an accident. Today, I'm going to show you 9 psychological tricks people use to control you daily, quietly. No drama, no conspiracy. Just everyday mind games that happen at work, in relationships. Even with people who claim they care about you. And once you see them, you'll never unsee them. Asterisk. Guilt shifting. Most of us are taught how to work hard, how to be polite, how to be nice people, but almost no one teaches us how manipulation works. That's why this topic matters. Because manipulation doesn't come wearing a villain costume. It comes as concern, it's advice, as I'm just being honest. And if you don't understand these tricks, you don't just lose arguments. You slowly lose confidence. You stop trusting your instincts. You let other people steer your choices. This video isn't about making you paranoid. It's about making you aware. Because awareness is freedom. Let's start. The first group of tricks is about emotional control. One of the most common tricks is guilt shifting. This is when someone makes their problem feel like your responsibility. They say things like, after everything I've done for you, or I wouldn't do this to you if you cared. Nothing is forced. You choose to comply. But only because guilt is pushing you, asterisk. Silent punishment, another trick, is playing the victim. They mess up. They hurt you. But somehow, you end up comforting them. They turn your boundaries into cruelty and their behavior into pain. Then there's silent punishment. No arguments. No discussion. Just cold distance. They withdraw attention so your brain starts chasing approval. You apologize, not because you were wrong, but because the silence hurts. That's emotional control. Quiet, effective, dangerous, asterisk. Self-doubt and gaslighting, the second group of tricks, works on your self-doubt. 1. Powerful tactic is making you question your memory or feelings. You bring up something that hurt you. They say, that never happened. You're overreacting. You're too sensitive. Slowly, you stop trusting yourself. You start asking for permission to feel. Another trick is fake expertise. They speak with confidence, not truth. They use big statements like, everyone knows this. Trust me, I've seen this before. Because they sound sure, you assume they're right. Even when something inside you feels off, then there's comparison pressure. They subtly compare you to others. Look how confident he is. She never complains like you do. The goal isn't motivation. It's insecurity. Because insecure people are easier to control. False urgency pressure, the third group of tricks, controls your decisions. One classic move is false urgency. Decide now. This is your last chance. If you don't act today, you'll regret it. Pressure shuts down thinking. It pushes you into emotional decisions instead of logical ones. Another trick is limited options. They don't ask what you want. They offer 2 choices, both benefiting them. So are you helping me today or tomorrow? Notice what's missing. Your option to say no, then there's reward withdrawal. At first they praise you, support you, make you feel valued. Then suddenly, that warmth disappears, and you start working harder, giving more, trying to earn back what was never guaranteed. Kindness mask, the fourth group of tricks, hides behind kindness and logic. One subtle tactic is over-explaining. They drown you in words, logic, and reasons until you feel stupid for questioning them. You don't agree because they're right. You agree because you're tired. Another trick is, I'm just being honest. This phrase often comes right before disrespect. They say hurtful things, then blame you for reacting. Honesty without empathy isn't honesty. It's control disguised as truth. And finally, there's normalizing disrespect. They make bad behavior feel ordinary. This is just how things are. It's life. You're expecting too much. Slowly, you lower your standards. Here's the truth. Manipulation works best on good people, on kind people, on people who want peace more than power. But being kind doesn't mean being controllable. Awareness and freedom, the takeaway is simple. Pay attention to how people make you feel after conversations. Do you feel clear or confused? Do you feel respected or small? Control often hides in discomfort you can't explain. You don't need to confront everyone. You don't need to cut everyone off. But you do need awareness, because once you see the pattern, it stops working. Now, I want you to think. Which of these tricks have you noticed in your life? At work? In friendships? In relationships? Write it in the comments. Awareness grows when we talk about it. If this video helped you see things more clearly, like it, subscribe, and stay here. Because the more you understand psychology, the harder it becomes for anyone to control you quietly.